I'm Tom from Do-It-Yourself Home Automation, and this is a look at changing the filter on your Whirlpool refrigerator. So if you have a particular model of Whirlpool refrigerator, then you have this ice maker and water dispenser on here. And you can see after a certain point, if you try to dispense water, it'll tell you to replace the filter, and it'll give you that blinking kind of light there saying that it's time to do that. And it depends on how much water and ice you use, but the refrigerator will keep track and let you know when it's time to do that. So when you see that blinking light, it's time to replace it. And actually first it'll flash one that says order filter, so you know when it's time to purchase the filter, so you have time to do that in advance. So let's take a look at the filter itself. So here's the filter. These are color coded, so mine is the purple one. And you can get the official one from GE. Actually, I think it's just from Whirlpool. And this works with several different kinds of refrigerators and freezers. So you can see mine is listed here. And this one is about $40 on Amazon. So they're a little bit pricey, but you don't have to replace them too often, and it's definitely cheaper than bottled water. So you just open up the filter, and the first step is there's this little purple cap on the tubes at the top. So you just take that off, and you can see the inlet and outlet with little O-rings on there. And then let's take a look at how it looks inside the fridge itself. So here's the filter holder, and the first thing I'm going to do is just lift this up. Oops, knock everything over in here. Just lift that up. And when I do that, it's going to lever the old filter out and pull it out of the connections. So I'm just going to remove that. And you can see, if I move this, maybe you can see it's a little bit hard to see in here. But you can see, if you look in there, that there's an inlet and outlet tube inside of that little holder. So now I'm going to get my new filter. Okay, so here's my new filter. And to get the alignment right when you're putting this in, you just look for the little arrows. So the upper arrows here pointing up, you can see. So I got to align my arrows on the filter, and that gets it into the proper position. I'm going to slide that all the way in. Now you can see it's not actually seated in there fully. And the way I'm going to do that is actually just to lower this down. And as I push it, it'll click in place and push that filter in securely. And you want to make sure that it clicks. So mine didn't first. There we go. And then you have to put a good amount of pressure. Obviously, don't break anything, but you got to push it in so that it seats those O-rings into the little holes in there, and it's good to go. Now you would think possibly that now you're done, but actually there's a super important next step that most people maybe don't think to do. So the next step here is you want to run at least about 3 gallons of water through the filter, and the reason for that, you can see it's getting some air in there, and you want to get all the air out of the system. But also, these filters use activated charcoal as the filter medium, and it's not harmful, but you can get little grains of it in the initial water that you run through. And so you don't really want to have that in your ice, and you don't want to have it in your water, so you want to flush about 3 gallons through the system. And you don't have to throw this away. You can use it to water plants. It's safe for that kind of thing, but you just want to get that filter ready. Okay, now I've run my 3 gallons through. The final step is to tell the refrigerator that I changed the filter. So I just hold down filter reset. It's going to count down, and then it's going to say that the filter is good, and I can start to use it, and it'll keep track of when I need to change it again. So that's how you change the filter in a Whirlpool refrigerator. If you found this helpful in any way, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps.